For this fun engineering activity, what you're going to need is your loose parts and also some Play-Doh, and we are going to build structures with the loose parts using the Play-Doh as the glue or the cement to hold it all together. We're going to learn a lot about structural integrity, and that lines up well with engineering principles. So let me switch to a bird's eye view and you can see how we do this engineering activity. So let's do our construction project. I've got our Play-Doh here and I've got our loose parts, and now we need to build something that has a little bit of structural integrity. So what do we know about structures? We know that the foundation is important. So that, with that in mind, I'm going to create a Play-Doh foundation so that it does not shift around. These are the largest pieces, and they've got a flat, solid, all of these pieces actually has a nice flat, solid, stable bottom. Now I need to decide between the eggs and the hive as the base. I think the hive is a better base because it also has a flat top. So for our next layer, that might actually work better. So let's start with a hive base. Now we've got a nice solid base. Now we need to make sure that it's level here so that we can continue building. I'm going to use another piece of glue here before we start our next layer. This coin creates a nice and stable surface for us to continue, but this is too small. We're only going to be able to build a single layer from here. So what we'll do is we'll add another piece of Play-Doh on top. And then let's use 3 coins. Okay, now we've got a nice stable base. Make sure that it is nice and straight, because if we go skew at the bottom, it's just gonna go worse from here. Okay, now I'll start using less Play-Doh. Let's put a little dollop on each of these. Let's build our eggs, and then I think we can fill in this gap with a cone. That might give it some stability. Just make sure that it's nice and straight here. Alright, now I'm going to continue building, and let's do some mushrooms. Let's get some height. Let's do the 3 mushrooms on top of each other. This looks cool. Okay, we need a dark brown mushroom. Okay, and let's see if we can give it some side support like this with the cones. So we'll anchor the cones on the egg and let it rest against the mushroom to create some structural integrity there. Okay, triangles in building is always a great idea because it's a great reinforcer. Okay, coolios, that's cool. Okay, and let's put a flower on top. Okay, and then you can actually experiment, because I know that's what my boys would love to do, and see how high you can go with this. I know my boys would love to go as high as possible with this thing. Oh, see, it's leaning. This is really interesting. So what do we need? We need some support from that side. So we're going to build that support. What we can do is we can build let's build some solid support with the eggs. Let's give it a nice base, and let's build some solid support up. Let's do egg, behave, egg, and then we can give it a side support cone as well if I'm not And just get this nice and straight. And let's give it some side support from this side as well. We can take a cone on here, and then we can just give it some love. There we go. And now it's leaning to this side. Let's reposition. Nice and straight. Very interesting, fun to build. You can then, after you've built one with Play-Doh, try and replicate it without the Play-Doh and see if it holds up. I'm very certain it would not hold up as well. Let's take off the side support because I just quickly want to show you. Just quickly want to take off this. See, my side support helped. Let's see if it holds its shape. We've got 3 beehives, then we've got our coins, and then on top of that we want to put our eggs. Let me just clean this up. We've got our eggs. See, already falling apart. The Play-Doh makes a huge difference. Enjoy creating structures.